So this is the actually a log collection mapping. Like this is the how the logs will be going to be collected and forwarded towards the same solution. So let's see and let's move towards the practical part of this presentation. Okay, my VMware is ready. So next step is actually to download the AlienVault OSSIM. For that one, you should proceed to your Google or the browser, and then here type AlienVault OSSIM. Just like download, you get the first link by the ATT and AT, and then the OSSIM download here, and just simply download the ISO file from here. I already have a file here in my directory, so I will not proceed with the new download. So for you, you should go for the download first of all. Where is my file? Here is my file. It's already there, so I will not download the new one. So you should download it. After that, we will proceed to the our VM interface, and then simply here create a new virtual machine. Here we will select our ISO file. For that, I will again proceed to my directory, and let me give a chance and VMware ISO, and here is the AlienVault OSSIM 64-bit. I will select my file and simply click on next. So to give name, I will give it name like AlienVault OSSIM, and select the virtual machine where you want to store this machine. Because of the two hard drives, my software is installed in the D drive. I will also store the rather than going in the C directory, I will store the virtual machine in the same D directory somewhere. For example, operating system, make new folder with Alien Vault OSSIM. Select this folder and click on next there. Allocate the size, how much you need to give him, because see now at this point, see the main purpose of the OSSIM is to take the logs, to store the logs. Because we will store the logs on the same system, we have to specify our if, uh, like flexible storage. I will go with the 40 GB plus 00. 20 is recommended, but 40, if you have space, then go for the larger number. Split virtual machine into multiple files, store virtual machine as a single file. I recommend this one. Yes, don't do this because it will cost you in low performance. So now move next. Is there any customization needed? Let me check the customization. First of all, yes. See, the recommended RAM for the OSSIM is actually above 4 GB and till 8 GB. So between that one. So I will go for the 4 GB. The 4 GB is something like this one. I will give this much RAM to the system. Then for the processor count, I will give the system to the two processor. And CD is already selected ISO image. Network, yes, for the network always go for the bridge adapter. So if for example you are using the VMware on the one side and you are using the VirtualBox on the different side, if you use NAT or other things, you will get the problem. They will not actually able to communicate between each other. Then it will act as a separate network, and that will be separate, and you will be in trouble. So physical state, blah blah blah, everything. Bridge automatic adapter present. Bridge, I go for the setting adapter. I will prefer the real tech, this one adapter, because this is the adapter which virtual machine will going to use for the future. Yes, and then close. My virtual machine is using the same adapter, so I want the communication between the virtual machine, box machines, and the VMware machines communication over the network. So that's why I'm going for this one. Now simply run it. Now we will see you are running virtual machine as higher channel notification. Just I'm not sure. Okay, so here are the two types of options. Do you want to install the OSSIM or do you want to install the uh, s- sensor? See, now OSSIM is actually divided into three parts: the sensor, server, and the logging server. These are the three things. The server is the main one, which where actually all logs goes, and the sensors are you place the sensor at a different position to get the logs from the system. So I'm in the local network, and my machines are also my like the endpoints are also in the same network. So I will go with the OSSIM one. I will install the sensor in the OSSIM itself. Yeah, my I'm not my endpoints are not on the regional are not separated on above the region, like one in the Pakistan, one in the United States, one in the UAE, one in the Saudi. Not like this. I'm in the one country, in one local network. So and I'm using the lab version. I will go with the awesome one, the first one. Okay, I will go with the English. Then I'm not in the regional by United States. I'm in the different region, so I will go for the other one. Here I will select the Asia, and from here I will select UA. So just keep. I want the language to be United States. Then the American English, yes. If you will select the British English by mistake, you will get you should be maybe going into trouble with some special characters, like if you press shift 2 rather than is printing the at symbol, it will print something else. Okay, here you actually want to specify the IP address to this server. uh, for this one, I will highly recommend you to check first of all, because it's a VM virtual machine. So I will highly recommend you to check first of all your IP. So going to start menu and select the CMD, open your command prompt and type ipconfig. Okay, then you will get the different list, and your IP for the network is this one: 192.68.1.11. Yes, this is the Ethernet adapter. I'm not using the Ethernet adapter. I'm on the Wi-Fi. So on the Wi-Fi, there is the only one list, and this one is the list. So from here you can check that my network is a class C. So it will be 255.255.255 or the /24 network. But the IP is .11. So I need to specify this number as it is, and then I will select this number. So for that, let me type 192.168.1. This is my network mask, and then I will specify like 99. I hope this number is not used by my other systems. And then because it was the class 3, so it's like a /24 subnet mask. It's not recommended, it's optional, but I will give like this, so it will be understandable by it. So my gateway is 1.1. It automatically checks it, but again for the confirmation I will again go into IP config, and we'll see from here, like, yes, my default gateway is 1.1. So 1.1, okay, continue. And the name server address. So here for the name server address, because the other, if you have a DNS server, then type it here. If you are not, then simply left it as your default gateway. Now here, only you have will be provided with a one user, which is will be the root user. So the username will be root, and you need to select the password for the root here. I will highly recommend to if you are doing a lab in like a confidential environment, then always choose a strong password. But I'm doing for my home activity, so I will go for the short password or a weak password, doesn't matter. And then continue. Now from this point it will take approximately 15 to 20 minutes to complete this process. So meanwhile I will stop the video and will come back after the completion of the task. Okay, now the installation process is now completed. Now the server is just starting up, and yes, it started. So here is the IP address. So first of all, whenever you are logging to your system, you first of all be aware of like what you will going to do next. Either you are going you what type of logs uh, agents you are going to use. Yeah. Either you are going to use NX logs, Sysmon logs, what you are going to use. Based on that, you have to install the plugins in your system, and just and your old configuration depending upon those things. So first of all, let's see what will be happen. Let's give him a run here. Let me just click it here on the system and then type root, because I said in advance that the username will be root by default and the password will be the set password from your side. Okay, it will now bring me one prompt me like GUI console configuration pan. Okay, my console, my menu is prompted up here. So for the configuration, first of all, go in your system preferences and then configure a network and set up network management. And just check is your set IP address is same or not. The subnet mask is okay, and your gateway is okay. So if you want to select the panel here, you need to press the up arrow to go at to that field. If you want to go like on the OK and cancel menu, uh, press your down key. It will bring you down to your system. Okay, or just press OK. If everything is okay, then select OK, and it will bring you back to the console. Because its RAM recommendation is above 4 GB and below 8 GB. I given the system just like the 4 GB only. It will give you some type of laggy path. So don't be afraid of that, it will be okay. So we are done with the setup management network, then we will go for the setup network interface. The network interface will be the same as our IP address. Okay, 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 all good. Then for the name server, see the name server you haven't specified. If you don't have a DNS server, then just go with your default gateway, it will be okay. So everything is okay, then I will press okay to go back. Now we are done with first three things. Now for the AlienVault firewall, I will keep the firewall switched on. Many people, many tutorial will actually suggest you to keep the firewall off. So if there will be a problem with your logs, you will get the logs. But I will not recommend this because as the new updates are coming up, they are stricting some rules. So keep the firewall switched on. So I will just cancel it and just in the proxy configuration, there is nothing to do with the proxy, then the network domain, and the setup VPN. And these three things are not needed. So just press your right key arrow and go back. Hit enter. Now we are done with the configuring a network. Then for the host name, now here we have to suggest or to we have to configure our server name. Actually the host name will be the server name, so by default it will be AlienVault. So here you need to actually notice remember one thing, because we downloaded the OSSIM. Now this machine has the two things, the sensor and a server both. Now when you will get the logs, you will get the both things with the same name, like the AlienVault. So this is the host name. This host name actually refers to a server name actually. So I will change the server name so it will not uh makes condition, or you can say like a conflict with the sensor name. So I will change the server name to AV machine. You can give a name as per your need. I don't think if you can give the name based on your local address or something like that. Anything. So I will just hit enter, and the system needs a restart, but I will not restart it now. Okay, the host name is done. A configuration mail relay. Here actually I will not going in this parts currently. So here it's important. The changing location. Location is really important because the logs need to be kept properly. So I will just go back, and again from your second menu select change location and select your region. So don't go in the daytime. First of all, going to configure a keyboard. What will be the keyboard? It will maybe detect itself something. Okay, the keyboard is okay. Then I don't need to change the keyboard setting. Will okay. And now I will go in the date and time setting. So on date time, first of all, select your time zone. Let me check. I'm in Asia. In Asia, I'm in Dubai. And okay, done. Configure the antivirus server. See, antivirus servers are actually the server which are actually responsive network time protocol. It's a network time protocol. They are the servers actually which maintains the time and provide the time to the machines. But we don't have an NTP server running up somewhere, and we'll don't not going to configure it. So just simply go back because we already set it the region, and then go back again. So location is then changing password. Changing password is this password is actually not for this system. This password is actually for the your UI, but we will not go in the detail here. We will go in reset API keys, update AlienVault system. I will prefer don't go in the update AlienVault system because it will take too long for you, and maybe if it gets stuck, you need to reinstall the whole system installation. You need to run from all those parts again. So don't go in this AlienVault system updates. At least in the beginning. You can try it later, but don't go in advance. Okay, I will go back then. Now the system preference is okay. Now you configure the sensor. As I said, sensor and server are two different things. This is the for the server, and this is for the sensor. Let's see what's in the sensor part. So in the sensor is a thing which act as an agent which actually collects the logs sent to the server, and then server store it somewhere, either in its own system or forwarded somewhere else. So sensor is the one which actually collects the log. So configure network monitoring. It's already started, so it will be okay. Let's check what we will. It's already okay. Okay, network CIDRs. Let's check. Uh, now see, this is the 16, this is the 12, and this is the 8. As I said, that my network is the class 3/24, and /24 is not here. So I will give the /24 network 192.168.1.0 /24 network. So this is my network, and this is the local network like 127.0.0 /24. This and it is also not there, so I will give this as well. One, why I'm not able to type, so comma 127.0.0.0/24, because my network is /24, so it's not simply press okay. For the confirmation, sorry, network CIDRs, just for the confirmation, yes, it's already set. Then cancel. Then AlienVault server is done. Now configure the framework IP. Framework IP is the IP where you will get your UI, and it will be same for, as I said, sensor and server is on the same platform, so the both IPs will be same. So cancel, go back. We are done with the frame IP. Now the data source plugin. Data source plugins and monitoring plugins both are the important parts, because these are the two responsible for you to actually get the logs. And first of all, let's see what is in the data source. I need to collect data from AlienVault, blah 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 blah. Okay, okay, these are too many things. I will first of all go into monitor plugins. What are the plugins I want to use to get the logs? So if I will press space here, it will select it for me. If I will press space again, it will deselect it. So I will select the maximum out of it. So these are the only few monitoring plugins. So if everything is okay, just press enter. Now I will go in the data source. Now data source is really important plugin for the plugins. As I said, if you're using NX logs, then select all the NX logs related plugins. If you're using sysmon, select the all sysmon using sysmon plugins. If you're using OSX, then select all OSX and related plugins. So I'm going to use the NX log for these tutorials, uh, and sysmon. So I will select all related to those. So because it's the default Alienware, I will select some other as well. So let's proceed and check. Here is the one NX log. You can see in the end there is an NX log space, hit space, and it will be selected. Then keep rolling it, keep rolling it. Apache logs are really important. So because it just depends upon your virtual machine. If you're using Linux, then Apache logs are important for the Windows as well. But for my future tutorials, I will select the those related to my system. Okay, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. Check wherever you will get NX logs or the raw logs related thing. We need to select them. Here is the one syslog. I will select the syslog. Here is the nexus NX, or but I will select it. Doesn't matter if it's selected. It's okay. If you select the maximum plugins, then there will be a memory shortage for you. So don't go like selecting everything. Say here's the one NX log. I will select this NX log. By the way, I actually need to select only NX log and only sysmon logs. But because you are beginner, I'm teaching you. For this one, I'm selecting all type of NX logs and syslogs. So I will go first. Here is one NX DSCP. Here's one metric. Here's one and another NX log. And here's a firewall. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Here is one another NX log, but still not what we needed for this tutorials. And keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. Here is another MySQL log. So Nessus is actually important if you are using some third-party tools. Nessus is important. Always select Nessus, whether you are using it or not. But you need to select. Here is the main NX block. This is important. Don't miss this one. I'm again telling you, don't miss this NX log. Offshore NX log. Oracle syslog, Oracle NX log. I need both of you, but I'm not going to use you. But I need for the demonstration part. And then we will proceed and we'll see where our other we are covered 71% of the system. Here is another NX log. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling. No need of this. This is just not SS log. We don't need it, but it's better if you keep it selected. SSH remote. This is important. Keep it run on SSH remote of, because whenever you will try to connect with your system through SSH or through any of your endpoint, those log will be then only be recorded. Logs are actually recorded, but not be able to you will not be able to get those logs on your portal. It will say, it will give you a warnings like thing in your email box that these logs are not understandable by the system because the plugins are not set. Then if you later select the plugin, you will lose your old logs. Syslog, again, syslog is important. Sysmon and xlog, I'm going to use this one, sysmon and xlog. So this is important for me and for you if you are continue to view this tutorial. So nx login, we almost reached the end. So gateway. Here is another NX log, Windows NX log, NX log. Wow, okay. Just quickly review either we selected all the NX logs or not. Yes, I think everything is done from this page. NX log again, yes, selected. These are anti syslog. Uh, let's select these things. Nmap holes are important as well. Leave the NFS. It's SQL for walls again, again. DHCP firewalls. Okay, everything is okay. Just print and press enter to go back to your portal. Okay, we are back. Enable net flow generator. Leave it and just go back more. Now we are done with system preferences, configure sensor. We are done with, we are not going into maintenance troubleshooting. Now jailbreak is actually the one where you will be given the console or the shell to work with this system because it's a Linux based. and you will get you if you want to get the shell, go for the jailbreak system. I'm not going in this one. About this installation, no need to reboot appliance, shut down appliance, apply all changes. Now I will go and apply all changes. These are the changes we have made, and some are written here and some are not, but they will be there. Just press yes again, and it will take a while to apply those all. So the patience is more important in this one. Okay, after all these checks, our system is now going to be restart. If you want to see, if you sometimes think that I suppose like my system is now stuck on this buffering and it's not working, so just simply press Alt and plus Tab to see what's going on in the background. It will bring you to your uh, like logs or the commands which are actually stowing in the background. So if you don't want to see these commands, just simply again press Alt and Tab. Go back. So now it's already providing us the IP for our interface, web interface. So let's try the web interface. Let me open my browser here. Okay. Here on your browser, type the URL for your server. What was this? This IP was for me. Here dot 199.199. So I simply hit enter. Okay, you will get the page something like this where it will say like the connection is not private. If you get something like this, it means that the you are accessible to the server. So what to do next, you simply need to click on here advanced and then proceed here. So here you need to create your admin portal first of all. Admin uh, sign up. So be careful during this creation because it's important for you to remember all the credentials here. So I will give the full name, my full name here. Then the username will be remain as admin. Then the password. Specify your password here. And then specify your email address. What email you are going to use here. I'm going to use this email here. Then your company name. If your company name is there, then okay, my company name is. I will give this name, and here on the map you need to select your location. Then simply click start using the AlienVault. So after signing up there, we will be provided some type of portal here, login page. So the username is already selected. So just type your password and press login. Hit login. Now the OSSIM wizard is really important for you. You need to understand this thing. On some tutorials, people will ask you to or will advise you uh, to leave this session for later. Uh, we will configure the wizard later, but I will not recommend you because if you are beginner and you miss this part, you are definitely going to be in trouble next. So here is one example. They are showing that how the logs have been collected. You first need to connect your Alien Vault to your internet. Then Alien Vault will detect your endpoints or devices. Then those devices will send the logs to the Alien Vault or symbol USM. Here is writing USM, but we are using OSSIM. So let's click here on the start. You need to select your interface. By default, the interface will be your server IP address. If it's there, then keep it the same and just hit next. Next, we have asset discovery. The discovery where our OSSIM will automatically detect that how many endpoints are there in our local network. So it's getting these much. but I need to specify only it will detect automatically. If it's not, you need to run the scan again or specify here if it's not there. By the way, I think it's getting the Windows automatically and Linux automatically because this is my local machine IP address, and this is my OSSIM server IP address. It's Linux based and it's a which Windows based. Okay. Now we will proceed next. Next, here we need to specify our heads. Heads are something which actually get the logs to your server, like which system will bring this logs to your server. It will detect automatically, so you don't need to specify it in advance here. If later then will be needed, you must go for this one, but not for now. Just hit next. Now it's actually asking us to select the log management. By the way, our server will automatically set it for us, so you don't need to specify here. You will get the some red lines here, but don't worry about these things. Just skip this step. Now the next part is to give it the uh, it's actually requiring the AlienVault community account API key. For for that key, you actually need to go at their portal. Just type here AlienVault OTX, and it will give you the link. Create your account here, and it's the actually registration is free, so you don't need to worry about anything. Just click here and sign up there. I'm not going in detail here in this video. So I already have an account, so I will go on my account and dashboard. Then the API integration I will be provided by this OTX key. I need to copy this OTX key and need to paste here. So it will link my OTX account here, and just simply if you need to sign up, click here and sign up, or go next. Okay, our wizard is now completed. Just click on finish here, and it will now take us to the awesome dashboard. Yes, explore AlienVault OSSIM.